The office coffee machine, something many of us rely on to jumpstart our workday, may be inadvertently contributing to a significant health risk. While coffee is a beloved morning ritual for millions, a study out of Sweden has raised serious concerns about how the way we brew our coffee, particularly in workplace settings, could be putting our heart health in jeopardy. The research analyzed coffee samples from 14 workplace coffee machines, revealing troubling findings about the presence of cafestal and coeal, two compounds known to elevate LDL cholesterol levels. These substances have been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, which is a major concern given the widespread consumption of coffee, especially in the workplace. In fact, the study found that the coffee brewed in office machines contains higher concentrations of these harmful compounds compared to coffee prepared using other methods, such as at home or in cafes. The filtering process plays a critical role in the amount of cafestal and coeal present in coffee, with paper filters proving to be effective at reducing these cholesterol-elevating substances. Unfortunately, many office coffee machines, which typically use metal filters, allow these harmful compounds to pass through into your cup, increasing the risk of heart disease. The study showed that while brewing methods like French press and percolated coffee had lower levels of cafestal and coeal, espresso machines had highly variable results, with some machines showing concerning levels of these substances. This highlights how the coffee brewing method used in office settings is contributing to an overlooked health risk for workers. The consequences of this could be more severe than many realize. Since the 1980s, research has consistently shown that unfiltered coffee raises LDL cholesterol levels more than filtered coffee. And given that high LDL cholesterol is a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease, this issue is not one to be taken lightly. The Swedish researchers noted that even a modest reduction of 1 millimole per liter of LDL cholesterol could result in a 22% relative reduction in heart disease risk, which would translate to a substantial 54% decrease in risk over a typical 40-year career. This puts office workers who regularly drink coffee from these machines at a much higher risk for heart disease, potentially leading to severe long-term health consequences. It's essential to recognize that while coffee is often praised for its health benefits, including its potential to reduce the risk of cancer and dementia, the way we brew it matters significantly. In fact, drinking coffee in moderation has been associated with a lower risk of premature death, but when brewed improperly, it could be doing more harm than good. The troubling reality is that many people are unaware that the method by which their coffee is made could be putting them at risk for heart disease, especially if they are drinking multiple cups a day. For office workers, the solution may seem simple. Switch to a paper-filtered method or opt for a different brewing machine that better filters out harmful substances. However, for those who rely on the convenience of the office coffee maker, this might not be a realistic option. The researchers have made it clear that reducing the intake of these cholesterol-elevating compounds is crucial for long-term heart health, especially for those who drink coffee regularly throughout the workweek. In the context of heart health, it's also important to note that drinking excessive amounts of coffee in general, more than 400 milligrams of caffeine per day, has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease. This complicates the issue further, as the average office worker might not realize that their coffee intake is contributing to elevated cholesterol levels, particularly when brewed from machines that are not using paper filters. Ultimately, this study serves as a warning for all coffee drinkers, especially those who rely on office coffee machines. While coffee may offer some health benefits, the way it is brewed can significantly impact its potential to harm rather than help your cardiovascular health. With the findings pointing to the substantial risks associated with unfiltered coffee, it's crucial to be mindful of how you brew your coffee and to consider the long-term implications of those choices on your heart health.